Hello everyone. Here's my asymmetric single slit experiment. And this is the uh, red laser. And I start off with steel copper combination. And I start off with sample one, copper on the left and iron on the right. So you can see uh, the iron side is a bit stronger or a bit more. Okay, the next is flip the round. The copper become right and iron on the left. And this is more apparent that iron is side is longer. We can kind of also monitor adjust the center of the laser uh, through the center of the slit. Okay, this is a sample one, copper and iron. Sample two, also start from copper on the left, iron on the right. Similar situation. The iron side is more, but there's a little bit of an extra spot on the copper side. And the width of the pattern seem to be also different. Okay, copper on the left, iron on the right. Now I'm gonna flip it over and copper be the right and iron on the left. And iron side got a little more than the copper. And this side, this is more apparent. Okay, that's sample two. Sample three, copper iron combination. Copper on the left, iron on the right. And the iron side is longer. I'm going to flip around. Iron on the left, copper on the right. And this one, the length of iron side is much longer than the copper side. The other direction, because my handiwork, there's a geometric asymmetry offset some of the iron's power, and this kind of a situation can occur quite frequently because my handiwork and the alignment between the material is imperfect. However, that imperfection only offset the difference between the material, but not totally erase the difference. Sample 4, start with copper on the left, iron on the right, and this is a similar situation. There's an extra spot on the copper side, but the iron side is much longer. Okay, I'm gonna flip it around. Iron become on the left, copper on the right. And the iron is much longer. I guess this particular direction, iron got the favor of geometry and overwhelmed the copper. The other combination, or the other direction, copper got the favor of geometry, but not enough to counter the iron. This is a sample 4. Looks like I lost sample 6 and sample 5, and this is a sample 6. Start off copper on the left, iron on the right, and this is also rather obvious. Iron got the upper hand. Okay, I'm gonna flip it around. Iron on the left, copper on the right. This one I probably lined it up reasonably well or whatever. Although the iron got a little favor or longer, but not overwhelming. Okay, this is a sample 7. Start off copper on the left, iron on the right. This is a similar situation. It's probably my handiwork. Copper got a little extra spot, and iron is longer. Okay, I'm gonna flip it over. Iron become on the left, copper on the right. And this is a rather obvious. The iron got a little longer. Iron side is a little longer, but the copper side seems to have more either interference or whatever pattern, spots or lines. The last one is a nylon sample, copper and iron. I used a nylon washer. Most of my sample made with either iron or stainless steel washers. Okay, this one is nylon. Start off with the copper on the right, copper on the left. This one is not so obvious, even though maybe the copper got a little more. Okay, let me flip it around. Iron on the left, copper on the right. Haha. Yeah, this sample seems like a copper got a little more. However, I only need one example really to show the edge of the slit in a double slit experiment is not totally benign, and they play an active role in the experiment. Okay, next combination is copper and aluminum. First sample, copper on the left, aluminum on the right. Aluminum is a bit longer. This one is rather obvious. Then I'm gonna flip it around. Aluminum on the left and copper on the right. Aluminum still longer. So aluminum is better at this game than copper. Iron is better at this game than copper. Second sample, copper and aluminum. Copper on the left, aluminum on the right, and aluminum a little bit longer than the copper. And that's probably because my handiwork, the geometry is not totally lined up. So the advantage copper. So the geometrical asymmetry more or less offset the asymmetry between aluminum and the copper. Okay, I flip it around. Now aluminum on the left, copper on the right. And this is rather obvious. Aluminum got a upper hand, a bit longer than obviously longer than the copper side. So that was sample 2. Now it's sample 3. Start off copper on the left, aluminum on the right. Sample 3. And aluminum side is also longer and thicker. And the copper side is shorter and thinner. Okay, I'm gonna flip it around. Aluminum on the left, copper on the right. And aluminum side is longer, and the copper side is shorter. That was sample 3. Now the sample 4. Copper and aluminum. Copper on the left, aluminum on the right. And aluminum is a bit longer, but copper got a little extra over here. This should be the irregularity of my handiwork. Okay, flip it around. Aluminum on the left, copper on the right. I think the aluminum side is a bit longer. But it's not so obvious. That was sample 3. Now it's sample 5. Copper aluminum combination. Copper on the left, aluminum on the right. This is more apparent. Copper got a little extra over there. Hope you can see it, but it's very weak. And the aluminum side is much longer. Okay, now I'm gonna flip it around. Aluminum on the right, copper on the left. Aluminum on the left, copper on the right. Aluminum is much more favor in this situation. Okay, that's copper and aluminum. The last is the iron and aluminum. I only have 2 examples probably because they're too good. So I didn't make many. And start off, aluminum on the right, iron on the left. Aluminum on the left, iron on the right. See? So the iron side is more. So I'm gonna flip it around. Now iron on the left, aluminum on the right, on the left. On the right. And iron got scored more, or say, got longer than aluminum. So the iron is better than this game. Better at this game than aluminum. So the iron is our champion. Aluminum is the second place. And the copper is the third. I have one more aluminum iron combination. This is a nylon washer. Start off, aluminum on the left, iron on the right. You can see again, iron side is got a higher score than aluminum. Let me flip it around. Aluminum, now it's iron on the left, aluminum on the right. And again, iron got a upper hand than aluminum. Okay, that's all my single slit samples. I have a few double slit samples. Let's start off with steel and aluminum combination. Middle is a copper wire. And aluminum on the left, copper wire is in the middle, and the steel on the right. Looks like aluminum and copper beat the iron here. Okay, let me flip it around. Now steel on the left, copper wire is in the middle, and aluminum on the right. However, steel seem to got upper hand here. Obviously, the geometry, the asymmetric of my handiwork geometry play the role here. The next one is the copper and steel with a jewelry line in the middle, because I need to find what do you call it, monofilament something, you know what I'm talking about, a line, so that you know, there's, otherwise it's too hairy with all the fibers and so on. So this is a jewelry line or wire. Copper on the left, iron on the right. You can see the pattern become much finer, and it looks like a copper got a upper hand. Okay, I'll flip it around. Iron on the left, copper on the right, middle is a jewelry line. Oh, looks like a jewelry line settled the score. Up first half, copper got upper hand. Second half, steel got upper hand. Okay, I have another one. Is double slit. Is the copper aluminum combination with a fishing line in the middle. Okay, copper on the left, aluminum on the right, a fishing line in the middle. See that the pattern become much finer, but aluminum looks beat the copper over the fishing line. Okay, I'm gonna flip it around. Now it's aluminum on the left, fishing line in the middle, copper on the right. Looks like aluminum still beat the copper. See all the different patterns you see, different images you see, it's the irregularity of my handiwork. But overall, seems like aluminum got more than the copper. The last but not the least is the aluminum steel, aluminum iron combination with my hair in the middle. So it's a double slit. Looks like no one has obvious advantage. Let me flip it around. Steel on the left, my hair is in the middle, aluminum on the right. Steel seem to is our champion. Okay, that's all the samples I have, and that's the red light. Next will be the green light. Alrighty.